Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of Ie Sengen, a Harada Yasuo tsumeshogi session. Alright, please throw a snowball if you're there in the Twitch chat. Let me know you're there. Thank you. Good. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Okay, we'll begin. If you aren't familiar with the format of this stream, if you wish to take a crack at solving the problem, please send me a whisper through Twitch, or if you're in the 81 Dojo room with me, you can send me a private message. That way others can't see what you're writing. And if you happen to be in the room with me, please refrain from drawing arrows. Thank you. We can get started. As usual, we'll begin with the shorter problems and then progress to the lengthier ones later on. So when we're looking at this problem, we see these pawns here. So we're thinking that if the king comes somewhere up this board, these pawns are going to act as almost like the side of the board, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I think I see the solution. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So how are you guys all doing today? Bad? Yeah, Schwarz was telling me about his his games on Shogi Wars. Yeah, well, it happens to all of us. A lot of times after a hard day playing, and things just don't seem to be going right, one of the best things to do is slow down, take a break, and get back to basic stuff like this. And hopefully it'll clear your mind, so when you resume playing, something's changed. You always have to stop yourself and change something, because if you just stubbornly keep going on, well, something has to, if nothing fundamentally changes, you're just exposing yourself to more pain. Well, we have a good turnout today. So what do you guys think of this? Do you think the king is going to run up the board like I predicted? Or do you think something else will happen? In some ways, when we look at this, it's kind of like being in the corner, right? If the king comes up to this square, just like the corner of the board. Let's see, I'm going to dark mode. So what here for the first move looks kind of natural? We calculate the natural looking moves first. Anyone? Promoting this pawn here looks natural to me. What doesn't look natural is this, promoting here. The reason why is because this is kind of heavy shape. This pawn here is kind of in the way. So okay, so let's look at this one first, okay? Check. And the king comes up here. And what? Remember, this is our virtual edge here. Yeah, I do want candidate moves, but I want really natural ones. Let's go back a couple moves. This is not natural because of this, right? So this one is natural. Hai, Onigurazu-san, 正解です。おめでとうございます。Hey, 10,000 hit-san. いらっしゃいませ。Yep, good. Alright, we're getting some answers. Welcome, Kaolin. Here's some cracking of the knuckles for your listening pleasure. Ah. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh, that felt good. Okay. So hopefully you've seen it. 1-4 rook. King must take. Again, this is our virtual corner. And we finish him off by dropping like this. And whether the king runs here or here, there's going to be a promotion here next. And mate, right? Okay, let's see that again. Good, good. Let's load up our next problem. Hey, Sakushima-san, いらっしゃいませ. Let me put an announcement. To those of you who are new to Twitch, don't forget to register your account and follow me. I think I have that somewhere. Okay, so candidate moves. Anyone want to suggest something? This one, there aren't very many. One, two, three. There's just three candidate moves. Only one of these looks kind of natural. Which one is it? Ah, there's this too, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 different candidate moves. Only one of them is natural. The reason why I say it's a natural move is because there's looks to be easy follow-ups to it. The other moves, not nearly as much. So we want to look at the natural moves. If that, he's simply gonna take it, right? And there's no easy follow-up to it. So we can take a look at these two first. And now there's this, and this. I mean, this doesn't make sense because he just moves this thing back, and then there's nothing. If this, he simply takes like this, and this is just, or this. I mean, there's absolutely nothing. If this, then simply this. Also this, and then this. It looks like a Zeto. So by process of elimination, that leaves this move. Okay, so we have to calculate that after the gold takes, we have this check, and then he does an igoma. It doesn't matter what. Check, takes, and then mate this way, right? So that means that he's forced to take with his king. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Now next this move doesn't make very much sense, because after he takes it, there's way too much protection around the king. There's no knight checks. This also doesn't work for a similar reason. So the only move left is this, right? If the knight captures, and there's this, so king must take, and then what? we have a Tetsuji that comes up a lot. It's this knight check right in front of the gold to distract it. King here, and there's this. If king here, then this, right? So gold must take. Yeah, Schwarz, actually, the variation you gave ends, it's supposed to end this way because of the possibility of Komamari this way. See, the gold is still here. So in the solution, you're supposed to do it this way. Yeah. Okay, let's look at that again. Neat. Good. Let's load up the next one. So this possibly has to do with Jamagoma, right? Because if this rook wasn't here, then you could just drop the gold and mate. So what are the candidate moves? Oh, he left. Oh, one way to get rid of it is to sack it, right? Although if he takes the silver, he's going to retake with the gold. So we look at that. Denise, after, let's see, check. After your third move, well, after the fourth move, he could just play 1-2 gold, right? So you're actually getting pretty close to the solution, but uh, there's going to be a better defense, right? Hey, the music, Dan. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. If you want to take a crack at the answer, please just send a whisper rather than just say it in the chat. That way other people can't see what you're attempting. Yeah. Are you a chess player too? I stream mostly shogi, but I also do chess sometimes. Mostly blitz on ICC. Ah, okay, okay. Well, one of the ways you can get around this is to log into 81 Dojo and put your settings so that, yeah, put your settings so that it does Western style pieces, and that way on your screen it'll you can just see the pieces without the kanji. Do you know of 81 Dojo? No one? Yeah. Sakushima-san, Seikai desu. Are you a streamer, the Music Dan? Maybe I can just check here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like you wow, 664 videos. Oh wow, you looks like you play Go too. Yeah. Well, nice to meet you. Yeah, good, good. Hi, 10,000 hits on Seikai desu. Yeah. Yeah, I also play Go, but not not as well as chess or shogi. Okay, so let's take a look at this this variation that Denise gave. So we're looking at these checks, right, and also this. So let's, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Now if he takes like this, there's going to be an easy mate this way, right? And then he comes back here. So that means that the gold must take here. And then if the knight drops here, and silver takes, right? And now there's going to be no mate because the 3-2 square here is still protected by the gold, so we don't have that same check, right? So this is a case of Tejun Zengo, which is an incorrect order of moves. So instead of so we saw these two knight drops. So instead of 3-3 knight, what we can do is try to change things around and sack this way first, and see if that works. Kikoemasen. Uh, huh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so now if the lance takes, it's no longer defending the 1-2 square, so check and mate. If the gold takes, then there's this, right? Here, or here. So we also have to calculate what happens when the silver captures. And here likewise there's this knight drop. Yeah, so just by tweaking around the move orders, that makes all the difference. That's Tejun's angle. Okay. So gold takes, and then you sacrifice the rook here. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry, wait. Check, check, check. Wait. Sorry, there's just this. And then mate, right? Take this way and then mate here. Okay, so let's look at that again. Just check. Silver takes. No, that's not going to. Okay, the silver takes isn't the optimal defense because this. Because there's a mate in 5, so the gold must capture, and this will lead to the correct solution here, right? Because it's a mate in 7 rather than a mate in 5. Okay, and mate here. Good. So we can load the next problem up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, very, very happy with the turnout. Looks like we're gaining some traction. Whoa! Who did that? I thought I changed it so. Whoops, sorry. To whoever just drew the arrow, please do not refrain. Please refrain from drawing arrows in the room. Instead, send me a PM. Nope, it's not. Should I tell you how many moves it is? No, it is not 5 moves. Hai, Onigurazu-san, sekai desu. Yep, correct. Yeah, to those viewers who saw that arrow, I apologize. I thought I had my settings to not accept arrows from other people, but yeah, apparently it was not. Denise, your third move, I don't get it. He's gonna take with the king, right? 10,000 hits on sekai desu. Denise, did you see what I'm talking about? I can show you. If here, he's gonna grab with the king, right? Yes, that is him. Okay, so first we draw the goal to a capturing square here. Okay, so the goal must take, because if this, then there's easy mate here. Okay, then what? When we're looking at these pieces, you notice that they form kind of a border. So it's almost as if that's like a virtual edge of the board. Kind of in a similar way to when we looked at our first problem, those border here, right? Oh. Okay. Next, we drop the silver here. If the king runs up here, there's going to be a mate this way. If the king runs down, there's sacrifice on the escape square. We take here, so it's mate, but it is koma amari. So king won't move down, but the gold will take instead. Denise, in that variation, after this, king's going to run up here, right? 1, 5, 1, 4. Oh, wait. Huh, interesting. Well, then, yeah, you might have found a cook. Huh. Okay, well, let me show you the intended solution. It's this here, and then you see this border, and then mate like that. But it looks like your solution also works, so that's what we call a cook in chess terminology when there's a flaw in the problem. Occasionally these things do happen even with accomplished tsumeshogi composers. Huh. Of course I could be totally wrong, but I'm just overlooking some really simple thing, but let's see. Let's take a look at that again. Okay. That. Well, actually, no, it's not a cook. It's just a possibility. Sorry about that. This is komawari, but this also mates. Yeah, and interposition and like here. Okay. Yeah, it's just in case he pulls back. So yeah, not a cook. Okay. All right, let's load up the next problem. So what move kind of just jumps out at you? I mean, there's a number of ways to do checks, but one looks especially promising because it's easy to find a stream of other checks following it. Ah, Denise, yeah, Whisper. Yes, that is what I was looking at. Hopefully you found the follow-up though. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes happens. Okay. Okay, so moves that easily fizzle out. Okay, here. No good way to continue the checks. Here and here. Here and here. Yeah, no checks after that. Then there's this, right? Also no good way to continue checks. Here, and then the king's gonna run like that. Also this way, king takes and then he can escape this way. So that leaves this. And but he just takes here. And then here the king just can run up again. Okay. So we look at that. Very, very promising move. If he doesn't take it, then there's going to be mate this way, right? So he has to take. Yeah, Denise seems to be experiencing problems with his Wi-Fi, so I guess that's why he's going in and out. Yeah. Okay. So now if the silver drops here, then the king runs here, and there's also no way to continue good checks because you can escape this way, right? So how should we continue? Yeah. Don't forget this pawn over here. It helps support the following attack. 10,000 hits on. I think we have to go back. Okay, he suggested this, right? Oh, yes, you're right. So I made a mistake in defense. He's gonna have to take maybe like this instead. Yeah. So if here, then he's gonna do this, right? And run this way. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Geez, I'm blind. Yeah, he just takes here. This all. Either way, there's no mate, right? So. Yeah. So that's why this. Okay. So next we promote the bishop here. Oh, let's see what Denise says. Yes, that is correct. Good. Just in time. Check. And if here, then there's this, right? So to prolong it, he's going to move it here. Check, and then mate like that. Good. Let's look at that one more time. Okay, let's look at the next one. Right, to those of you who just joined us, we are doing Harada Yasuo's tsumeshogi problems, and if you wish to make an attempt at solving the problems, please send me a whisper on Twitch, or if you're in the 81 Dojo room with me, send me a PM. And if you happen to be in the 81 Dojo room with me, Please refrain from drawing arrows. Thank you. And for those of you who haven't already done so, please remember to register your Twitch accounts and follow me. Yeah, the guy who just entered the room is on mobile, so I have to tell him to make sure just the squares. Here. That. Hopefully I'll just follow the stream on Twitch, but a lot of times the guys on mobile come in and they start drawing arrows because they can't do PMs. Okay, so let's look at one candidate move. At first it looks like this might have to do with a theme that I call checking distance. This looks promising at first, because if there's some igoma, then there's mate here, or if this, then there's going to be mate this way, right? Only problem with that is that the king runs here. Right? Or is it a problem? Maybe I just gave you the solution. Did I tell you guys too much? Okay, well, keep that one in the back of your head. Let's let's look at this. King escapes this way, right? I don't know. Maybe you can just run here. If this knight is defending this square, so no mate here either. So what else is there? If check here, he just runs up, right? $10,000 hits on Sekai desu. Omedetou. Okay, so yes, it is a checking distance problem here. This king must move to 3-3. Okay, so what next? So if we're just to look at this problem just from this position, if I always show the nigemichi, like here and here, right? So is there a way to stop him from getting out? So what kind of theme comes up in order to block nigemichi? That the general answer to my question, you can type it directly into chat. Yeah, when I'm asking general questions, you can just put in chat. Yes, Denise, that is correct. So the theme that comes up a lot is to stop the king from escaping here, and in order to do that, we sack a piece on the escape square. So we look at this move. Yeah. So sacrifice on the nigemichi. That way, if the opponent captures, you notice that he can no longer run to that square. This is thematic. If there's some type of igoma, then there'll be easy mate here, right? And if here, bishop covers that square, so there's mate here, right? So that means that, oh, and incidentally, it also protects the rook too. So gold must capture here. Now finish him off. Way too easy now, right? Obviously he can't allow this, right? And then mate here. See the gold blocks that came from escaping to this square. Let's look at that again. So checking distance. Sacrifice on the escape path, Nigamichi. And mate. Good. But if instead of yeah, that's why the correct solution is going to be this, right? I mean, otherwise we end up with Komamari. Yeah, see. Yeah. Okay, can load up the next problem. Yeah, this is a really nice problem. It, it involves a light sacrifice. At least I think it was a light sacrifice. Let me check my calculations. Wait. Two, three. 1, 2, 4. Yep. Okay, so some moves that we can eliminate are this. Here. Yeah, there's not enough here. He mustn't take here because of this, right? So he's going to take this way, and then there's not enough here. Also, here he can take this way, also not enough. So what does that leave us with? I guess there's this, but he's going to just take with the gold. So this, right? Taking the knight. If gold takes, then there's this knight drop here. So king must take.はい、10,000 hits on 正解です。 So when we're looking at this situation, we see these two squares, and so we can visualize a knight being here, right? So how do we get that with tempo? Well, it means we're going to have to sacrifice on one of these squares. Right? Now we can quickly eliminate the one in front of the gold because after he takes, there's going to be this, he's going to be able to escape in two directions. So, and we don't have enough pieces to continue the checks. Denise, that's there's going to be Koma Amari, right? But you are pretty close. So we check this way. If takes, this is Koma Amari, right? So he has to take with the lance. Yeah, it's not only Koma Amari, but also it isn't the lengthiest mate. Oh, he disappeared again. Okay. So now S takes, and it's the only reasonable check. Yep. Now we get the golden hand and mate. Okay, let's look at that again. Light move. Exploit the pin. Get the golden hand to mate. Good. Move on to the next problem. To those of you who just joined the stream, we're doing Harada Yasuo's tsumeshogi problems. If you wish to take a crack at solving the problem, please send me a whisper. Or if you're in 81 Dojo, send me a PM. And refrain from drawing those arrows. Don't be a yaro. Okay, let's see. Nope. You fail. And then what? Anyone want to suggest a candidate move? Yeah, for candidate moves, you can just say it directly into chat, and we can examine them, shorten the problems, and eliminate some of the incorrect paths. So, of course, we have to look at the natural looking moves first, and with this here, but then the king runs this way, right? And then there's no way to continue. Something like this can take here, right? So that one we can eliminate. Another one we can eliminate is this, right? He's hoping for that, but if he takes it, then there's no way to continue after this. So we can also eliminate 2-1 gold. Also, any check on here or here, the king will just take it, and he's going to be far away from this horse. So we can eliminate those two. So that leaves these two squares. So let's look at this one first. No way to continue checks here, so we can eliminate that one. So that leaves sacrificing here, right? Okay. So we have to examine silver and gold drops. So let's take a look at the silver first. If here takes this way, and then there's no way to continue the checks. So we have to look at this gold, right? Now if it takes, then in here, right? If here, then there's a mate this way. King must take. And now he threatens to run here and get out into the center, right? He can also escape this way, but we do here, and we eliminate one of the escape paths. So he must run here. If this, and Denise, that looks kind of weird. Yeah. And mate, yeah. Okay, let's look at that again. Whoops. Check. Takes here. And not, whether he goes here, here, or here, the response is going to be the same, right? Let me just take this. Okay. And mate. Good. Let's look at one. This is going to prolong stuff, right? So that's why you have to just grab here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next problem. Whoop, not that one. This one. Okay, so we're looking at things like this and this, right? Hey, hi. Also, we're not forgetting about this pawn. Looks like somewhere in the variation, the bishop might end up promoting here, right? Takes, check. Right. Okay, so this is a very common endgame theme. This and this. Okay, so shorten the problem a bit. Now we notice that there's this kind of ideas, right? But the rook's blocking, so it's a jamagoma. And what do we want to do with jamagoma? For jamagoma, that is pieces in the way, we want to get them out of the way. So what's the best way to do this? Well, it has to be with check, so there's these three, right? If this though, you notice you can run up this way, right? Run up the board. If this, then he captures this way. And if check like here, he's gonna he can either interpose or run up this way. Either way, he's gonna escape. So that leaves this sacrifice here. Okay. Now if Lance takes, and what? See, this thing is cleared, right? And never forget this square here. If I goma, he simply takes it this way. Okay, so there's mate like that. Also, we have to calculate what happens when he takes with the king. We must not do this. Instead, we remember this distance theme. You drop the rook one square back, where this, like here. So the king must run this way. And what? Promote here, and after takes, then bishop promotes here with mate. Okay, let's look at that again. And now clear the way. Now that this 2-4 square is blocked, we get rid of the rook, which is in the way. Distance, and mate here, or we have this. Also making use of that 4-4 square. Good. Let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so I'll give a hint for this problem. The theme is Aigoma. Kono mondai no tema wa Aigoma desu. Moo to you too. Moo. 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 Okay, so candidate moves are pretty few. It's this, and this, right? The rook drop on 2-3, he'll simply take. So we can eliminate that. So we just have to calculate this one and this one. The funny thing about this is that he can just do this and escape checks. Doesn't even need to take it if he doesn't want to. Okay, so that leaves this. Okay, now this is forced. This is an example of a lengthier tsumeshogi problem, but it's easier to solve because the branch factor is much less than some of the previous ones that we did. To those of you who just joined us and haven't already, please remember to register your Twitch accounts and follow me. Okay, so the next move is also very Very simple to find. Obviously we can't take here because there's all of the attacking force disappears completely. So that means the only other two moves is this and this, right? And for a similar reason, after 2-3 rook, king takes and all the checks start disappearing. So that only leaves this. And we can see that makes sense because this is going to come in next with check, right? Yeah. So there we go. And now we only have this, right? Now if the king runs here, there's easy mate like this, right? So that means he's going to have to take the token. Yep. Okay. Now there's this, this, and this. Let's go over them one by one. If here, king moves this way and there's no way to continue the checks. If here, he goes here. Also no way to continue checking. So that leaves this, right? And now, this is what I meant by the I-goma. He has to interpose with something. Because if here or here, there's going to be a silver drop with mate, right? Here or here. And if he does something, let's say like this, there's going to be here or here, right? Because silver doesn't protect these two squares. So what that means is that he's going to have to either defend with something that does with, let's say, a rook or a gold. Okay. And it's not going to matter which. Okay. Yeah, I could use a rook. Same thing is going to happen. Now we don't want to check using the silver because the king's just going to move to the side and there's not going to be a follow-up. Here. Or if here, he's going to do this, right? And then no, there's not going to be enough. So the only check is this. Okay. And gold is pinned, so here. Now we want to clear this square for the rook, so we sacrifice here. And then there's mate here. Likewise, if here, there's this. Notice this pawn stops the king from running up. Okay, let's look at that again. Okay, so this is an igoma problem. And then mate. Good. Okay, we have one last problem for today's session. Please give me a minute. I have to reload my board. Actually, I'm going to be losing my host. So I'm actually going to have to, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to have to reload this board. And I think it's going to mean I'm going to lose host. So I actually have to recreate the room. I really apologize about that. So please wait a second. And I'm going to be making a new room, so please join me there, okay? Yeah, you see the shockwave flash, the shock crashed, so. Yeah, okay. Please come into the new room I just created. Oh, let's see. Change this. Let's see. Huh. I'm having some problems. Yeah, hold on for a sec. Okay. Nope, not that. Oh, there we go. Okay, readjust the window. Okay, let's load the last problem. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this stupid flash always, after I keep it open for a few hours, well, several hours, it always messes up. Okay, this is the last problem for today. Happy hunting. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, luckily the first move is pretty easy to find. Schwartz, could you message 10,000 hits on? I think I don't know if he understood what was going on. And I don't see him in the Twitch chat, so I might think that was all for today's stream. Yeah, let him know that we're in this new room. Thank you. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we have to make a new room. Glad to have you back. Yeah, 新しい部屋を作りました。検討室。新しい検討室。Yeah, 10,000 hits on and moo to you too. Thank you for the follows. Okay, so what I mean by it's the first move is easy to find is moves like this or this very easily fail. So we can eliminate those very quickly. 最後の問題です。頑張ってください。So that only leaves us with this, right? This move. That way we can get the rook into play. The gold must take. Silver's pinned. Because if this, then this, right? So gold must take. Dou kin wa toru itte desu ne. どう続けばいいの? Hmm. 金取りは当たり前手ですね。それから、金寄ると銀打ちまで。はい。だから、金打つのは最善ですね。Looks kind of solid. So is that the end of the story? Do we just give up? No, we have to hit him on his weak point. Where's the weak point? Is it here or here? Yeah, it's on the 1-5 point, right? So we do this. Okay, this is forced. Now what? $10,000 hits on? Seikai desu. Omedetou gozaimasu. Yoku dekita. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Okay, so now we sacrifice the gold here in order so that we can take this knight with check. See, gold is pinned, so the king must take. Now what? Mm-hmm. Yep. There's only one move that makes sense because the rook taking here or here, there's clearly not going to be enough. So we're left with this. Check, right? Now if the king moves here, we have mate this way. Okay. Yeah, glad you could join us. So he must take here. Moo. Moo. Moo to you too. Okay. So now we see this silver here, and notice that if it weren't there, this knight drop would mate. So we get rid of that silver here. And bishop takes, and we finish him off with this cow drop. Let's look at that again. Okay, so we get our rook into play. And then now we strike at his weak point. And finish him off with that cow drop. Good, good. Alright, folks, that was the last problem of today's session. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, please register to your Twitch account and follow me. Also, let me give you the link to my YouTube channel, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe there. I archive some of my streams there, as well as post some videos that aren't streamed. There's the link. Yes, you're very welcome. Yeah, I know I haven't been streaming Shogi that much this week. I've been mostly focusing on chess, but hopefully I can start up Shogi again. Yeah. Wow, today was a great stream. A lot of viewer interaction. So thank you to all of those who participated in chat. It makes my task a lot easier. So if you enjoyed this stream and wish to support it, please contact me at alexi2539@gmail.com. You can also send your questions and comments there. I'm always happy to hear from my viewers. So I will post the next time I'm going to do a stream in the events and possibly on my Twitter account. So haven't used that yet, but I will try. Let me put my Twitter, find my Twitter account. Okay. There it is. It's twitter.com twitter.com/iesengen, IIESENGEN. Iesengen is the name of our group. Yeah. So thank you again, and I will see you all later. Bye.